Hey guys, 10:27 p.m., September 7th, 2017. Really quick before I call it a night, I just wanted to put this out there that there has been a western shift in the models. They are showing more of a trajectory towards the middle center tip of Florida and then moving north. Again, this may change. I'm getting questions from people in North Carolina, South Carolina, mostly the northern part of South Carolina, whether they should leave or not. And guys, okay, so this is my advice on that. You need to keep your local weather on nonstop, and you need to constantly check the evacuation websites per your state. I'll link them again in the bottom in the description box, but that is my advice to you. I have a time frame chart here. This is updated, so as of right now, well, actually, this was 5 p.m. today. It may have changed a little bit, but I don't think it changed too much. Saturday, 8 a.m., they're expecting a landfall in southern Florida, okay, the southern tip of Florida. That's why the Keys and all this area are having heavy flood warnings and surge warnings. So just look at this. We got Saturday, 8 a.m., and then Sunday, 8 a.m., we're right here. This would be a 24-hour period, and according to this map, if the storm were to ride this area and also make a second landfall here or run up the middle of Florida and just continue moving, we're looking at between Sunday night and early Monday, we'd be about here. So that gives North Carolina about 3.5 days. South Carolina, same deal. The southern part of South Carolina, I'm pretty sure, are getting evacuation detail as we speak. Lots of people in Georgia are as well. Guys, I'm sure you're seeing a lot of the panic and stuff in Florida about trying to get out of there and whatnot. Understand that if you're in North Carolina, South Carolina, or Georgia, you do have more access to evacuation routes. So basically, you would be able to go north or west, and you would be good. The thing with Florida is it's such a thin state, and the storm is so big, and so much question about where it's going to hit. These people have nowhere else to go, so that's why it looks like, just utter panic around there trying to get out with all their supplies running out. So guys, I stress this, I can't stress it enough. Your local weather and your evacuation routes. I'm going to continue giving you the updates based on the air pressures and where this thing's moving. Here are the wind maps as of right now. The deep purple color are your tropical cyclone force winds, hurricane force winds, very dangerous winds. And now these are shifting a little more towards the center of Florida, and it's still showing that it could exit out into the water here and make a second landfall. We're just going to have to wait and see. So I understand the questions from North Carolina, South Carolina. Here's Ventus Sky also showing this change. Southern Florida being the first point of landfall for the U.S. mainland at least. I'll just run you through really quick so you can just get an idea. Saturday is right here, Sunday, and then by Monday we're up into this area around the border of Georgia. So guys, like I said, keep an eye on that weather. I think I had okay, here really quick, I just wanted to explain something. They're talking about how this thing's kind of teeter-tottering north and south. I remember a couple hours ago, right, I'm going to try to point the time out to you. Right here, it made a tiny dip south, but then if you notice, it dips and then it turns up a little bit. I know it might be hard to see on the cell phones. I tried to zoom in a little bit for you guys. You can see this little dip here, and then it kind of swings back up. So you can just get an idea of how these little tiny changes can affect the path, and that's why this cone extends out so far in like that question zone. It's because a tiny little move here or there affects, it multiplies as it moves farther, if you can understand that. Hope I can explain that the right way. Alright, and this is the last thing I want to show you before I close this out. Alright, so we have Irma right here. You can see the vortex type deal. You can also see the same thing with this hurricane. I'm just calling it K, because I can't seem to pronounce this freaking thing. And then we have Jose here. Now, the reason I was talking about a fourth storm is because it looks like that's what's developing. These thunderstorms start right around in this area, and if they collect in the right way, there's crosswinds that come above them. If they don't rip them apart, they start to accumulate and get stronger and stronger. And you're going to notice, guys, right here, you start seeing a spin. That's the first sign of the tropical depression and then it would become a tropical storm and then a hurricane. That's exactly what Jose did, if you can watch. When this resets right here, you see this is where Jose starts spinning in a circle, and there we got our hurricane. Now if you look back here, the same thing is starting to happen. These storms come off here, and they get into this area, and you see how it's starting to do a little tumble. That's what we need to look for, guys, and that's why I was talking about a fourth storm. Alright, so I'll keep showing you this map so we can see these things turning and see what this develops into. Again, my main focus will still be Irma, and guys, we will talk again in the morning. Thanks for staying up with me, and we will talk soon.